Yo, what's up, guys? Today we are going to react and talk about um this video. Did Britain apologize for the Jallianwala massacre? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new, like this video, and as you guys know, I'm reacting to Sardar Unam, and it has affected me in a way that I decided to go and search for a little bit more information because this is something that does not sit right with me. I am totally astonished that these things happened and it hasn't been acknowledged. So this video talks about 100 years later. British regrets Jallianwala Carnage. Do they really? Let's see.
Jallianwala Bagh in 1919 is a shameful scar on British Indian history.
I think the people, in memory of those that lost their lives and the brutality of what happened, deserve a full, clear and unequivocal apology.
Okay, so let's go back and listen to what the Prime Minister said and then what he said.
Jallianwala Bagh in 1919 is a shameful scar on British Indian history.
I think the people, in memory of those that lost their lives and the brutality of what happened, deserve a full, clear and unequivocal apology.
Okay, so it is clear to the government and to the Prime Minister that it was something horrendous, horrific. But then let's keep on going. They didn't really give an apology, right? Not yet. Exactly 100 years after British troops shot down hundreds of Indians protesters at Jallianwala Bagh, Britain expressed regret over the carnage, but stopped short of a full apology. British Prime Minister Theresa May called the massacre a shameful scar in British history. On 13 April 1919, Colonel Reginald Dyer had troops surround a garden in Amritsar and ordered them to shoot. I'm going to put the volume down. Ordered them to shoot the densest sections of the crowd. The people had gathered for a peaceful protest on the day of Baisakhi. While the British put the death toll at 379, India believes 1,000 people were slaughtered. That is horrible.
Mr. Speaker, the tragedy of Jallianwala Bagh in 1919 is a shameful scar on British Indian history. As Her Majesty the Queen said before visiting Jallianwala Bagh in 1997, it is a distressing example of our past history with India. We deeply regret what happened and the suffering caused. I'm pleased that today the UK-India relationship is one of collaboration, partnership, prosperity and security. Indian diaspora make an enormous contribution to British society, and I'm sure the whole House wishes to see the UK's relationship with India continue to flourish.
A section of Indian origin lawmakers have been pushing the UK government to issue a formal apology. The leader of the opposition, Jeremy Corbyn, the Labour Party, also called a full, clear and unequivocal apology.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm very pleased that the Prime Minister mentioned what happened in Jallianwala Bagh and the issues of the massacre at Amritsar 100 years ago. I think the people, in memory of those that lost their lives and the brutality of what happened, deserve a full, clear and unequivocal apology for what took place on that occasion.
Okay, is that it? Okay, and then what happened? Was the apology issued? Let me see the comments. The first comment says, "Who wants your regret? Give us our $45 trillion back." Okay, so is it about the money? They regret it because the massacre event was the beginning of their end to rule India. They don't generally regret it. I mean, if somebody apologizes, I don't think we should doubt their apology, right? But they didn't apologize. That's the fact over here. So they probably don't genuinely regret it because it made the UK rich, of course. So, um, a small world cannot repair what you have done to. Oh, a small word. Let me put what I'm reading on the screen if you guys can read it here with me. No, you can't, can you? It's okay, I'll read it. The British Kingdom was built on the foundation of Indian bones. Wow, that is a strong statement. We Indian subcontinent people will never forget. Now, apologies for Bengal famine of 1770, Bengal famine of 1943, and Great Madras famine of 1876 and 78. Well, the list goes on. Okay, wow. Indians get killed by the Britishers. 100 years later. Sorry, our bad. I mean, here's the thing. What do you guys expect from the UK today? There should be um, a clear request. What do you expect from them? Because of course they haven't apologized yet, but if they do apologize, will that be enough? You know, I see many people saying all we want is an apology, but then other people have this unconditional hate towards what happened in the past. And the fact is that the past will never change. So, whatever the UK tries to do now, they need to understand what you expect them to do. They cannot answer for other people's actions in the past, but they can try to fix whatever was broken. So, for example, as I said on another video, let's use my great grandparents. Let's say my great grandparents broke something from you, like something from your great grandparents. They broke something. Now I want to make it right. What am I supposed to do? I'm gonna pay for what they broke, but then I don't, and then I apologize. Does that pardon me, even though I am willing to close this chapter? Or will I always be remembered by what happened in the past between our families? You know what I mean? Maybe I'm not making myself clear, but I think that this chapter needs to be closed at some point because the past will never change. The question that we need to answer is how will we close this chapter? You know, that's the most difficult question. You know, because the UK today, let's say tomorrow we have a prime minister that is British Indian and he apologizes on behalf of his country, which is the UK as well. Or he was born in Britain, but his family is from India, which makes him British Indian. Are you guys going to accept his apology? What's going to happen? How can the UK make things right? That's the question that I have. I mean, I've said this many times. I'm from Brazil. Portugal has done what they did with Brazil. Um, as a citizen, I don't know what to expect from Portugal now. I know that they have close relations, and I've been to Portugal. In fact, I was in Portugal a few months ago. Last month, actually. I spent 11 days there, and I was treated very, very well. So I don't know, as a citizen, what I expect Portugal to do for what happened in the past. You know, they did massacre lots of Brazilians, and they did do what they, they did what they did. But as a citizen, I ask myself, if I wanted somebody in the government to do something, to acknowledge, I mean, what would I want? That's my question. Do you guys want an apology? Do you want them to give back all of, the gold, and because that's not going to happen. I don't think they're going to do that. I think they will probably offer support. But that is the debate we have here today. What do you expect from the UK government? Because the whole premise of wanting something from the UK means that you will forgive them. So if you do this, I will forgive you. But what we cannot do is say, I cannot forgive you for the past. I mean, come on. 200 years, we cannot hold a grudge against what happened. As long as blah, 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 blah. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, as long as Portugal does this, this, and this, I will be in a good relationship with them. As long as the UK does this, this, and this, I will forgive them. What will it take for Britain to gain back, or to pay back India? That's my question. You can see that the Germans, they will all, of course, we can forgive, we can live as a society together. There will be a scar forever that we will never forget. But how can this grudge be broken? That's what I'm saying. I mean, I have no anger against the Germans. I have no anger against the Portuguese. I have no anger against the British. Well, the British has nothing to do with me, but the Germans, I do have a Jewish background, at least a little bit of a percentage. So, and then I also am from Brazil, so yeah, the Portuguese makes sense. I don't know, I'm just here sitting with my thoughts thinking, because I read so many comments and I'm like, what do you guys want? Some of you want an apology, some of you want an acknowledgement. I would not want to be the UK government thinking of how can we repay or pay for our past mistakes. I mean, I would hate being in that condition. I would hate being in that situation. And I'm just here sitting thinking to myself, they did horrible, horrible things. How will they ever fix it? Anyways, I'm telling you, this movie, it messed with my head, and Sardar Udam, the images and the story, and it's just a sad, sad reality. And I don't know, guys, I don't know. Let me know. Let's talk in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. And that's it for today. Um, let's watch a comedy next time. Suggest a comedy movie because these I don't know. I don't know why. I think it's because I have a teacher instinct and I feel the pain. Some of you have said, "Oh, you don't know the pain India went through." I mean, I know what my country went through. And also, you guys know I grew up in Africa, so I know what my friends went through because I didn't grow up on the white side of Africa. There was apartheid, but I wasn't in the white side. No, 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 no. I was not in the European side of things. But I'm not going to go into that detail now. I remember that I didn't have any white friends, and I was judged by that. But, you know, that's a whole nother story. But I know what pain feels like. I'm from a third world country too, you know. Brazil is the third world country who was massively impacted by Portuguese rule, European rule. So don't forget that ever. So I feel you guys. I feel your pain. That's why I'm so pensive and thoughtful right now. In any case, I'll see you guys in the next video. Send me some comedies so that I can laugh. And I don't know. I know that I have nothing to do with this and I shouldn't be worried. But if I were in their shoes, in the UK shoes, what could I do? That is something that reminisces or that remains in my mind. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care now. Bye bye.